Apostle GMS, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Today's date is 4/23? 4/23, 2016. I want to go into these scoffers out here. You know, you got a lot of scoffers that they're going in overdrive, especially on us. You know, but there's going to be a time where the Most High is going to destroy you. All right. We had an incident down there in the GMS Atlanta camp where the scoffer came up talking shit, and a couple of days later he was found shot in the head a couple of times. He died, and them brothers put the video up. You know, so the Most High is just beginning to, you know, bring death upon Jake. And you know, you deserve it, man. I mean, if you've been watching the news, Jake be killing himself, shooting himself left and right. You had a situation where, this was in Delaware, I believe, where you had this girl got into a fight with another girl, but some other girl jumped in and they wound up killing her.
A teenager,
and then when you see the news, before they show the faces, the way they describe it or the name that they bring up, you know there's a Jake. And then sure enough, a nigga woman pop up.
Top
you know,
on Twitter is
so you know these Jake is acting like a fucking wild beast.
For their generation.
So they have to be put down like a rabid dog, a rabid pit bull. You got to put that dog. You got to put that puppy down.
But her name.
So these Jakes out here, they're like wild bulls in the net. And that's in the scriptures. Give me that in the scripture.
Who undoubtedly were fans of Rihanna.
Now, what's gonna transpire? You know, when these scoffers get destroyed by the Most High through the race wars, the famine, the Armageddon, because everything that we're teaching, we wholly believe that this is the truth. And I want to say this too. We gotta renew the standard of the Great Millstone. You guys have been in this thing for a number of years. You gotta like I said on a live show. I'm saying it again. Everybody in GMS have been in this thing for like 2 years, 3 years, and beyond that. You got to put up 2 videos per week, all of you, okay? And it's up to your camp leaders to monitor that. And that includes your camp leaders. And also, when you go out there and speak, you can't be off to the side. You've been in here a couple of years, 5 years, 7 years, whatever, and you all on the side or you behind the camera, you got to be up in the camera, man. So all men that's in the camp, unless you just a guy that's slow and you just like to hold signs, well, you got to be in the camera any damn way. But you got to. The scriptures speak about denying the Lord. How do we know that you're right in the eyes of the Lord unless you put yourself in the forefront and show your face, man? So if anybody want to roll up on you, they know who you are, okay? Because a lot of you guys lack faith, and a lot of you guys don't even know why you're in this thing. So that's another standard, you know? And that's pretty much it, what I'm going to say on that now. I may come back and speak on it again.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 51, verse 17. Awake, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand of the Lord the cup of his fury. Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of trembling and wrung them out. There is none to guide her among all the sons whom she hath brought forth. And that's why you see Jake in the condition that they're in, because they're not being brought up in the proper way, in the right manner. They're not really taught how to be men. They're just taught to operate on their emotions, because the majority of them have been brought up by their mothers, you know. It says, neither is there any that taketh her by the hand of all the sons that she hath brought up. These 2 things are come unto thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? Because nobody's shedding tears for you. Desolation and destruction, and the famine and the sword, by whom shall I comfort thee? You know, because the Lord is about to start bringing some serious judgment. You know, just out there alone in Chicago, there's a brother that's in the camp that's EMT for the fire department, and he said as of the day when I was there speaking with him, he said they're already up to 1,000 murders out there in Chicago, you know, and it ain't even half the year yet.
Last
1,000.
year, there were more murders here.
So
than
Jake
in
is
any
out
other
there
city
killing each
in
other
the
left and
United
right,
States.
man.
Just
They're not putting that on the news because
Esau
Esau wants that, you know. They don't want no like the mayor, Emmanuel. He's keeping that down because secretly they want Jake to kill himself. All right, and that just shows you how wicked the level of hatred, the level of wickedness of you niggas out there. When I say niggas, I'm talking about all you tribes, man. And I see that the Most High has to destroy you, man, because we don't put this truth out, you know, as far as YouTube is concerned since 07, and you got Jakes that woke up, you got Jakes that woke up and then went back in the world, you got guys that became scoffers that was in the truth, and then you just got niggas, and they all saw us, so now it's time for the judgment, man.
They want to show us
I'm with the judgment.
The most notorious
and then you
areas
people
in
in the black conscious community and
edgy,
you
they
Jehovah
assure us
Witnesses
this
and you
block is
Baptists,
safe.
anybody that's
Currently,
outside of the
there's no
truth
feud
of
with
being a
rivals.
Hebrew
But as
Israelite,
things are winding up,
the
their
Most High is
assurance
going to
is
destroy
being
you.
doubted.
And he's about ready to bring this hammer down on you, man. See, the main thing that's going to happen
Initial
where
fears
we're going to
quickly
find out who's
subsided.
real
So that was
is when they go to mandating that chip. When they go to mandating that chip, and we're going to speak about that chip because that's the major, when that prophecy come to pass, then you know everything's going to speed up. So a lot of you are going to line up to get the chip. You're going to be with it because you're not going to know not to get the chip because you haven't listened. A lot of you people watch us for entertainment reasons only. So when that comes up, and you're gonna get that chip because you haven't really gotten to the videos, you know. A lot of you scoffers, we're gonna see how real you are when that chip when they mandate you getting that microchip. And for all you, and then you're going to find out, you guys in the IUIC, you guys in the ISUPK, and them other camps that teach that the chip is an embargo in Christianity, a lot of you guys are going to wake up on that day. Reality is going to hit you in the face. When they go to mandating that chip, reality is going to hit you right in the face, man. I'm talking about you guys that are following under Johanna, you guys that are following under Nate, and other men out there, man. That's when reality is going to hit you right in the face, and then you're going to have to make a decision. And you can't come to us, man. You can't come to us. You're going to have to figure this thing out on your own, man. Pursuant to Matthew's 25th chapter, the virgins, man. You're going to look for the wine, and we're not going to be able to help you, man.
Now here's the interesting part.
Can't do nothing for you, man. And like Flavor Flav said, we can't do nothing for you, man. And we're coming to that time. And we see it crystal clear, man. We see that you Jakes are just doing your own thing because reality has not hit you in the face. But when it hits you in the face, you're going to have to deal with it on your own.
Yeah, that's what the scriptures say, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Because you can't, another man can't hold your hand in this truth, man.
We're going to hold your motherfucking hand. We're not going to hold your hand when that day comes, man.
So the mark of the beast,
matter of fact, I read it, Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You know, and that's why it's imperative, you know, that, you know, don't just be doing what you do when you're on the camera, but then when you're off the camera, you're not doing the same things, you know, because you know, the Lord knows. You know, you're supposed to be an Israelite 24/7. Not every moment of the day you're gonna be reading the scriptures and doing lessons, but the way you are on the camera, that's how you're supposed to be when you're not on the camera. All right, this is back in Isaiah 51 and 20. It says, "Thy sons have fainted; they lie at the head of all the streets." And you see Jake out there in the corners. You know, it says, as a wild bull in a net. See, they're like a wild bull in a net. They're in a beast form, you know. They're pretty much like beasts out there. That's why they're killing each other. You know, they have no love for each other. They have love for any other nation, but as soon as they see each other, they kill each other. Another situation, I was talking to the Issacharite brothers out there in Chicago, And they used to, you know, in the world, they were part of different rival gangs. And those rival gangs were killing each other. But then the Lord brought those brothers into the truth, and look what happened. You know, you got rival gangs that are the best of friends now. You know? So it says, thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy power. You know, and that's why they're doing it, because, you know, they refuse to turn back to the Lord. So the Lord got his fury upon them, and that's why they're killing each other. You know, because it's a judgment of the Lord upon them. You know, but that just shows you the level of hatred that Jake has for each other. You know, that's why, you know, we want the kingdom to come so we can get the hell out of here, so everything can be back to the way it's supposed to be. And the main focus is going to be on these other nations. You know. All right, so let me see if there's more on that. Therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Thus saith the Lord and thy power, that pleaded the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again. And that's what we're waiting for. It says, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee. And all the curses that you see that came upon us, they're going to come upon Esau and the other nations now. It says, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as a ground and as a street to them that went over. But before that happened, you had something, Possible One?
Yeah. Isaiah 59:7, it says, it's talking about Jake, because earlier you're talking about Jake. It says, their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. And you can comment on it.
And that's the truth. You know, they hate each other. It said their feet, they haste to shed innocent blood. Like the situation, it was out there in Chicago again. You know, them guys, the rival gangs wanted to kill the one Jake, but they couldn't get to him, so they killed his son. They lured his 9-year-old son into an alley and killed him. You know?
Yeah. Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths.
Yeah. Well, so what are you going to do with something like that? You just got to put it out of his misery. Because all they're going to do is continue to be wicked, continue to do wickedness, you know, continue to just kill people, you know, just the Most High got to put a stop to them.
Well, like Elder Apostle Tahar said earlier, they're rabid dogs, you know. What do you do for a rabid dog? You got to put it down because it's sick, you know.
Yeah. Well, matter of fact, since you said that,
I'll read some more. It says, the way of peace they know not. And you Jakes, you niggas, you quick to say, yo, peace, peace. Well, the scriptures say, the way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. And you can forget about judgment. You know, the only thing you niggas know how to do is waste each other. For the littlest thing, if a nigga step on your tennis shoes, your Jordans,
oh my God. What? Hey. Me? You just stepped on my J's, dog.
Like you just played MJ one-on-one in those.
What?
You heard me?
Come back here and clean my shoes.
Does it look like shoe cleaner across my forehead?
This what happens to you when you step on my J's. Wake up, dog. Wake up. I told him not to step on my J's. You stepped on my J's. I told you not to. You want to walk away? Why you step on my J's? Should I take his J's? Look at it. Woo. Them some nice J's. Them some nice J's. Them some nice J's. Dang. You know what? He's mine. I just got me some new J's. Put those over there. Go back, man.
the first thing you think about is killing them. I mean, what are you going to do for a nigga like that? I bought some new Jordans. He stepped on them. Yeah. By mistake, the guy might have stepped on.
But every time they come out with the new Jordans, there's a stampede.
They bomb rushing, they running in, pushing everybody out the way, trying to hurry up and get in line so they can be the first to get them.
Out here trying to get some tennis shoes. Don't look like we're going to get them.
There was mayhem at a mall in Humble this morning as a crowd gets unruly, waiting in line to purchase a high-dollar pair of sneakers. And that's our top story. And good morning to everyone on this December 23rd. I'm Tom Cook.
And niggas get killed, shot up for some goddamn. And then you buy the Jordan, you get. You niggas gotta go.
Just gotta go.
You gotta go.
And then they brought it out that Michael Jordan don't even wear Jordans. He don't want to be caught dead because they nigga shoes.
Good morning,
and Michael Jordan, he fancies himself, you know, like a black so-called white man. Basically, you know, you don't want to be identified with you Negroes.
Well, he could be cloned because everybody's cloned now.
Everybody's cloned.
Look at his eyes. Yeah. Look at his nose. He been cloned.
Yep. Clowns, man. It says, the way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace.
Yeah, that's right, because, can you read that last part again?
Yeah, it says, the way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace.
Yeah, because they have no borders. They have no instruction. They have nothing to guide them. The way they govern themselves is after their own mind. Whatever comes to their mind, whatever the so-called code of the streets are, that's what they follow.
And there's no father in the homes, you know.
There's plenty of niggas that got fathers and mothers and still wicked, man.
Yeah. Well, that's
so let's not use that.
That's true. But you know, I mean, I've come from a generation, man.
Their fathers are wicked any goddamn way.
Yeah,
so that bullshit, well, the father ain't in the home. Yeah. If the father was in the home, he'll kill the father. Well, there's a video I put up to Jake that he got mad and he killed his father and his mother. Then the grandfather came, well, no, he's a good boy. After he got caught, and he said, I killed my father and my mother because they took away, I think it was Xbox or the PlayStation or whatever, you know? Mm. Oh, and by the way, he wanted to be a cop, so.
He was in the right spirit, I guess, because that's all cops do is blow people away.
That's it. Yep, reading on, it says, therefore is judgment far from us, neither doth justice overtake us. We wait for light, but behold obscurity. For brightness, but we walk in darkness. Yeah. That applies to those niggas. Yeah. You know, that don't apply to us because Isaiah, now if you go to the next chapter, Isaiah 60:1, it says, arise, for the light have shined upon thee. Meaning the truth. We have the truth here at the Great Millstone.
Yeah, I got a scripture. Even Paul had to fight these niggas. The Apostle Paul back 2,000 years ago, it says 1 Corinthians 15:32, if after the manner of men I fought with beasts at Ephesus. Now we talk about, we know it's talking about animals, but you know what? There might as well been actual niggas too. He had to fight them too, man. Because he said twice I was robbed. So he had to deal with them beasts, man.
I wonder what that Greek word there for beast is. Well, wait a minute. Yahushua had to fight them. Well, he did that ninja move. Yahushua did ninja tactics on them niggas. Because they tried to grab him and throw him off a mountain, you know. So Yahushua did that. He did that ninja tactic on him.
It says, all flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of man, another flesh of beast. You niggas are beastly, man.
This is Isaiah 1:2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord has spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know. My people does not consider. Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. That's why you can't get it, because the Lord have put that spirit on you not to get it. No, because you have rebelled against the Lord. add something, Apostle Gabar?
Yeah, this might be a good precept for the beasts that the Apostle Paul had to face. 2 Peter 2:12, it says, "But these as natural brute beasts." Yeah, that's the spirit. "But these as natural brute beasts, made to be taken."
Yeah, because really, if you look at the beasts in the forest, what happens? Eventually, the hunter comes and hunts them down and made to be taken. Whether they're taken by their own, because you have the different animals of prey, and they prey upon other animals, or whether they're taken by people that hunt them. You know, and that's how Jake is out here.
And these fake Israelites too. They're natural brute beasts, like Sakari. Yep. The Sakari flying monkey bunch. Yep. They're nothing but natural brute beasts. You know, like it says, made to be taken. So they were specifically made to be taken. And then when the Lord take your ass, he gonna make an example out of you. That's right. You know, and then ensample. You know, the scripture speaks about ensamples to the flock. But these as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things they understand not. You know, like I said, I gave you an example. You know, Sakari is your main example right now. The nigga have no understanding, but he's speaking evil of things he doesn't understand. "And shall utterly perish in their own corruption." All right? "And shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, as they count it pleasure to riot in the daytime." Look up that word, riot. Because to bring it home, it's really talking about you scoffers and you scorners. The word riot there is trufa in the Greek, and it says softness, effeminate, luxurious living. I'll read it again. It says softness, you soft niggas. Effeminate, which really means no faith, luxurious living. So, like you look at Nate, like Nate tries to paint that picture of luxurious living in the Israelite world, you know. Going back to scripture, it says, they count it pleasure to riot in the daytime. Spots they are and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you. Having eyes full of adultery that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls, and heart they have exercised with covetous practices. Cursed children. That's pretty much the point. But going back to the 12th verse, what does the scripture call them? Brute beasts. All right, so that links up with what the Apostle Paul, how he described those individuals as being beasts, you know. They might as well be animals. That's it.
Yeah, because the animal that has no sense of direction. They have no instructions. They have no law, statutes, and commandments to guide them. So they just, whatever is out there, that's what they do. You know? This is back in Isaiah 1:5. "Why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint." You know, and that's why you see Jake out there. Pretty much, they believe that whatever they see in front of them, that's all they have. So if they can't get something, they have to take it from somebody else, because they're just in that state, you know. It says, "From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores." It's just like a person that's just all messed up. Their body's all jacked up. They're sick. That's how Jake is out there. You know, they're just like putrefying sores.
Yeah, that's a. When you look up that word putrefying, it means like a canker.
Right.
Sore that gets worse and worse.
Right, yep.
And that's these niggas, man. They're just getting worse and worse. That's why they got to be, you know, got to be pretty much exterminated.
Yeah, because it's left untreated, it just becomes worse. So it turns into a gangrene or something that kills, that infects the blood and it kills the body.
And that's why the Lord said he's going to kill 2/3 of his people, which is, what is that, Zechariah?
13,
Zechariah, the 13th chapter. 2 parts shall be cut off and die, but the third part will be brought through the fire. That is the elect. That's the best of the worst. of which we hope through faith that we're of that number.
Yeah, and that's why the Most High has the equalizer out there, which is these cops, you know, to put you in check. You know, because some of you guys, man, you got to be put down. You got to be put down like a wild animal. You got to be put down like a crazy dog and shit. You got to be put down.
This is two scriptures, Proverbs, and hold for me. 2 Corinthians, 13 verse 6. This is Proverbs 24 verse 23. It says, "These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of persons in judgment. He that saith unto the wicked, thou art righteous." And see, I'm saying that for the sake of ISUPK. They're going to have their Passover today, which is the 23rd, which they're off by a couple of days. Even Nate spoke about that. He went into it and he said there's a camp out there having a Passover. He counted the days, 14 days. From the new moon, you count 14 days. The 14th day at evening is the Lord's Passover. But these guys are having it down there in Harlem. But on top of all that, which is wicked, because you're not obeying the Most High's word, you're doing your own thing. Matter of fact, hold on deck, Romans, the 10th chapter. You know what I want. Not only are they having a big, with their Passover, which is a bootleg Passover, they're going to invite heathens up in there. Wicked ass heathens. What I mean by that is Sarnetta, Polite, all them guys that are into the black unconsciousness movement. I call it unconsciousness because they're unconscious, man. They couldn't come around me, man, because they're the enemy and they're wicked. And they're wicked because they rejected the Lord. They rejected the Most High. Because we done when Polite and Sarnigga came down, we told them the truth and they rejected it, man. So once they rejected, you're supposed to have nothing to do with it, man. So go ahead and read that.
2 Corinthians 13. I'll start at 5. It says, "Examine yourselves whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Yahushua is in you, except you be reprobates." Verse 6. "But I trust that you shall know that we are not reprobates."
No, it's probably first unequally yoked. 6:13. I'm sorry, that was my fault.
2 Corinthians 6, 13, pointers and 14. Now for recompense in the same, I speak as unto my children. Be ye also enlarged. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness? And what concord hath Yahushua with Belial? Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? And what agreement hath the temple of the Most High with idols? For you are the temple of the living power. As the Most High have said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Speak on that. In other words, if you got people, because now the thing is, they're trying to get all conscious people, because they calling us conscious. Well, you got the conscious Israelites, they're conscious. You got the Moors, they're conscious. You got the Kemetic people, they're conscious. You got Islam, they're conscious. And we all got to we ain't getting together with y'all. Because we first of all, you believe that you're a Kemite. You going back to that African bullshit, man. And the Moors is just a generic term, man. Over there in Spain, there's no such people as Moors. All right? Which goes back to Islam. The Most High ain't dealing with Islam. The Most High ain't dealing with Kemet. So we have no business dealing with them guys. If you got a guy that says he believes in some African god or some Egyptian pharaoh, we can't have no company with that dude, man. You got to be separate from that individual, man. So and you're gonna find out, man. You guys, you clowns that followed under Yohana, you're gonna find out, man. When the Most High destroys that whole thing, you're gonna be scurrying, man. You're going to be scurrying looking for the truth because you thought this man had the truth. And you're going to find out this man does not have the truth, man.
The book of Ephesians, the 5th chapter, 10 to 11 verse, it says, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. I mean, that explains itself.
In other words, curse them out. Tell them that they're going off. Here you got Tazariak talk the debate that Reggie had with the Moor. I forget the guy's name. And he said, well, Reggie should just be a researcher. He should just be First of all, I don't give a damn what the fuck Reggie does, man. You know? First of all, he doesn't have the truth. You should have told him, first of all, you don't have the truth. Neither the Moors have the truth. None of you have the truth. And the ones of you that don't have the truth, the end result is death, man.
It says back in 2 Corinthians 6 and 17, wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. Yeah, because them dudes are unclean. You can't be hanging around with them dudes. All them demonic spirits that they got on them from that Kemetic bullshit, that's the same shit that Israel was doing in the wilderness. And what did the Most High do? He took them all out. He wouldn't allow none of them to come into the land except for the children. And the only two that came out of Egypt, which was Joshua and Caleb, they were the only ones that were worthy to go into the land. You know? Why? Because they all became unclean because they all were secretly worshiping the stuff, the idols that they were worshiping in Egypt. You know? Then they were secretly, wanted to go back. Basically, they wanted to go back to Egypt. So if Egypt was so great, why did the Most High not say, okay, well, you want to go back to Egypt, go back to Egypt? He killed all those people. This is serious business, man. It says, and will be a father unto you, and you shall be my sons and daughters, saith the power Almighty, the Lord Almighty. This is Romans 10 and 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have the zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. For they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High. And that's why you guys are keeping the Passover not on the right day. What is it, like the 17th day of the month? You know? Because you're going about to establish your own righteousness. Because if you held it during the week, you might not get as many people to come, and that's less money for you. So you're holding it on a day where it's more convenient for you. But what about what the Most High said? You care more about what your pockets than you care about the Most High. And they use Passover because, look, it's in the scriptures. That's why I said they go about to establish their own righteousness. And that's where the Most High is going to start dealing with you guys out there that call yourself leaders and are leading people astray. Yes, on the pastor. Okay. All right, so let me read on. It says, for Yahushua is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believeth. For Moses described the righteousness which is of the law, that the man which doeth those things shall live by them. And you being a teacher and a leader, matter of fact, you're supposed to be upholding the truth. You ain't supposed to be doing your own thing. You ain't supposed to be going out there holding the Passover whenever you want to hold it. This is Malachi chapter 2, verse 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth, for he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts. And right now, the Lord said he's making the whole nation a nation of priests. So you guys out there that call yourself Israelites that are supposed to be leaders, you're supposed to be showing the people the correct way to do things, not no things that's beneficial for you. And a lot of you out there that's in the different camps, General Yohana, Nate, and the rest, Bubble Light Blackfish, Rakar from the GOCC, all you guys are teaching for filthy lucre's sake. That's your motivation. Your motivation is money. Your motivation is not the truth and the sincerity of the scriptures. Your motivation is this monetary gain. And the Most High is going to deal with you on that, man.
And the Most High going to deal with you, troop. Okay, troop. Okay, you thugged out Israelites out there. Deuteronomy 6, verse 5, it says, and thou shalt love thy power, Yahweh, with all thine heart, in other words, mine, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. It says, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. Because what you're doing is not diligent. And shalt talk of them, the laws, when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be a frontlets between thy eyes. That's where you get the phylacteries from. It says, and that means, you know what it means, man? Thy hand and thy eyes, it means it's supposed to be in you. But the scribes and Pharisees, they see the laws between my eyes and on my hand. And it's that's why the Lord called them a bunch of hypocrites, man. Most High didn't tell you to wear the laws, the Most High told you to do the laws. It says, and thou shalt write them upon the posts of thy house and on thy gates. For you guys that claim you literally keep the law, you ain't writing on the posts of your gates in your house. And it shall be when Yahweh, thy power, shall have brought thee into the land which he sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give thee great and goodly cities which thou buildest not. Because those are the Canaanites. They built it, so you're going to take their houses. It says, and houses full of all good things which thou fillest not, and wells digged, because the Canaanites did that, which thou diggest not, vineyards. So the Most High set it up where all you had to do is kill them off, and this is your home. But that the requirement was you have to kill these Hamites. So you got Divine Prospect talking about there's a connection between us and the Hamites. That's not scriptural. They're the enemy, man. It says, and houses full of all good things which thou fillest not, and wells digged which thou diggest not, vineyards and olive trees which thou plantest not. So the olive trees are going to be there with olives on it, when thou shalt have eaten and be full. It says, then beware lest thou forget Yahweh, which brought thee forth out of the land of Martezayim, which is Egypt, from the house of bondage. Thou shalt fear Yahweh thy Most High, and serve him, and shalt swear by his name. So you got guys not calling on the name of the Most High, Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. You got guys not following the Lord to the letter. Because the Passover can't be when you want it to be, man. It's when the Most High said for it to be. Ye shall not go after other gods, of the gods of the people which are round about you. So you got these guys in the black conscience community that are following other gods, so you're not supposed to be around them, man. That's why when Sarnetta came down to the camp, them young brothers ignored him, man. Now, if I was there and I would have talked to him, I would have been cutting him. I said, look, man, you still in this nonsense, you know, the Most High is going to destroy you. But them brothers said they chose not to talk to the man. And we don't got to talk to you. Whether we talk to you or not, if we are going to talk to you, we got to set you straight. Look, man, you going off, and I'm just warning you that the Most High is going to destroy you, man. If you keep following that comedic bullshit, the Most High is going to destroy you. But you're not living in reality right now. See, when reality hits you in the face, right before you drop dead, then you're gonna try to get right, but it's gonna be too goddamn late.
You ain't getting no money. You think money is your enemy.
1 Samuel 15 and 22. And Samuel said, hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord Yahweh? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. For rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king. Now this was spoken to Saul, but you know what? This applies to anyone that this applies to. The scriptures say rebellion rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft. And now what's the penalty for witchcraft or being a witch? Death. So you guys that's playing around with the word of the Lord's going to kill you, man. It says, this is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 9. Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. And that's you guys that call yourself in the truth. You know, you have the truth. You have the basics, of the truth going back to 1 West. No, but you staggering off your own philosophies. It says, for the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes, the prophets and your rulers and the seers hath he covered. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learnt, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learnt, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I am not learnt. Therefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, because that's what you guys are doing. You claim to know the truth. You are out there, some of you are out there in the streets teaching. It says, but have removed their heart far from me. So for you to keep the Passover on a different day than what the Lord said to do, then you don't really love the Lord. You removed your heart from the Lord. You're denying the Lord. It says, and their fear towards me is taught by the precept of men. And that's a precept of men. You know, keeping the Passover on the 17th day of the month. You know, the Lord ain't dealing with that. It says, therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish. Because there's going to come a time with even it tells you that in the book of Micah, that the Lord, he's going to blind you guys. You know, when all hell breaks loose and they bring out the mark of the beast, you know, which is a microchip, a lot of you are not going to even know what to do. Because your leaders are not telling you, you know, what the scriptures say concerning those matters. It says, for the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. Now we use this a lot for Esau, but this is also dealing with you false prophets out there. It says, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? So all the stuff that you've been doing, the Lord is going to bring it out to light. And the Lord's going to destroy you.
The Most High going to deal with you. You thugged out Israelites. Deuteronomy 7:24 says, and he shall deliver their kings into thine hands, the Kemetic kings, all right? And thou shalt destroy their name from under heaven. So you don't be bigging up them guys, allowing them to come into Passover, man. That ain't no real Passover. That's a bootleg Passover, man. And the Most High might do something at that Passover, man. You know? He might bring judgment on that bootleg-ass Passover. Because, hey, Johanna, you're going to get yours, man. And when the Most High deals with you, man, your men they're going to scatter, man. They're going to scatter. And don't come my way, man. Do not come my way, okay? It says, let me see. There shall no man be able to stand before thee until thou have destroyed them, because they're the enemy. It says, the graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or the gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein. Because we had one guy from down south in GMS, I was watching them Sarnetta videos, and he wound up becoming one, man. So he could never come back. He done sealed his fate, man. He'll be joining Prince soon. It says, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein, for it is an abomination to the Most High Yahweh. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination. And abomination is talking about them idols, and it's also talking about them people and Israelites that are into things that are not of the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You're not to bring a Baptist to the Passover. You're not to bring a Jehovah's Witness to the Passover. Hell, Ariel couldn't come to our Passover, man, because Ariel's not in his right mind right now. So if Ariel said, can I come to your Passover, I'll question him as to what he believes in. I said, who's the comforter? And he said, Taza. I said, no, you can't come to the Passover, man. So Ariel's, the judgment is on Ariel right now. And if he doesn't come from that, he's going to be destroyed, him and Shah. Most High's not playing, man. The Most High about ready to bring judgment, man. It says, let me read that again, 25. The graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein, for it is an abomination to Yahweh the Most High. 26. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house. In other words, when you go to gather for your high holy days, or even in your actual personal house, you ain't supposed to bring no Kemites up in your house, man. Unless they're electricians and they coming to fix your fucking electricity, man, or they work for the cable company. But you ain't gonna you don't let them come in your house as guests. They're enemies to you, man. All right? It says, neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thy house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it. So you guys bringing them Hamites into your house on the Passover, you're gonna be wound up being a cursed thing like it. So the curse is the Most High got judgment planned for them guys, so he's going to have judgment planned for you. It says, but thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing. So anybody that's not in Israel that's breaking down the scriptures correctly, then that's a cursed thing. A curse and judgment is on your head, man.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 1. It says, these are the statutes and judgments which you shall observe to do in the land, which the Lord power of thy fathers giveth thee to possess it, all the days that you live upon the earth. You shall utterly destroy all the places wherein the nations which you shall possess serve their gods, upon the high mountains and upon the hills and under every green tree. And you shall overthrow their altars and break their pillars and burn their groves with fire. And you shall hew down the graven images of their gods and destroy the names of them out of that place. So you're not supposed to be fraternizing with them. You're supposed to be destroying those altars, the names of their gods, all that Amun Ra, all that bullshit that they worship. It's supposed to be thrown down. All right? It says, you shall not do so unto the Lord your power. But you guys that, Johanna, letting them guys come in, what you're doing is you overthrowing the Most High. You overthrowing what the Most High put together. So the Lord's going to deal with you, man. It says, you shall not do so unto the Lord your power. And that's what you're doing, Johanna. You're destroying what the Lord built in order to bring those heathens in. And
see, we're not trying to bring you out that fire because we already know you're going to be judged, man. We're just doing it for edification's sake, to put fear in the other Israelites, man.
That's right. But it says, but unto the place, I'm sorry, verse 4 again. You shall not so do unto the Lord your power, but unto the place which the Lord your power shall choose out of all your tribes to put his name there. Even unto the habitation shall you seek, and thither thou shalt come. And thither you shall bring your burnt offerings and your sacrifices and your tithes and heave offerings of your hand and your vows and your freewill offerings and the firstlings of your herds and of your flocks. All right, now this is Micah chapter 3, and I'll start at verse 1 because basically, Johanna, you even got guys out there that are not even wearing borders of blue or the fringes.
And you probably put that order out. Don't wear the fringes, you know. Hey, the Most High got something for you, man. He got something for you.
This is Micah chapter 3, verse 1. And I said, hear, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and you princes of the house of Israel. So this is to you guys out there that claim to be leaders of Israel. Is it not for you to know judgment? So you're supposed to know these scriptures. You're supposed to know judgment. You're supposed to know. Oh yeah. you should know that the right and the wrong things to do. You're not a babe in this thing anymore. As far as years, you know, you should know better. You know, it says so you're supposed to know judgment. It says who hate the exactly, and that's exactly what it is, because you're doing it because that money's coming in. That's what the scriptures say. The love of money is the root.
Or you made a deal with the Illuminati.
And that's what the scriptures say. For the love of money is the root of all evil. You know, so you took the Lord, you forsook the Lord for money.
And Johanna, we know you back in the day. The One West days, you was always about money. You was always about the millions, man. You always talked about getting rich quick. You know, you always had that get rich quick plan. Just like my man Yashawan, you don't see him no more. Hey, the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, going to bring judgment, man. And where's it going to start? With the house of Israel, man. Judgment will begin at the house of Israel. It's coming. We're coming to the time of judgment, man. And you know what the Most High is going to do? He's going to deal with you.
Proverbs 17 and 23, it says, a wicked man taketh a gift out of the bosom to pervert the ways of judgment. I mean, that explains itself. And notice it says a wicked man, which proves that Johanna he's a wicked man. The gift that he took is from that money. You know, same thing with Nate, man. That 501c3, that's a gift. A gift from the devil. And the reason why he took it was to pervert the ways of judgment.
Yeah, that's right. And there was somebody, I forget who it was. I just heard it recently. No, it was Nasi. You know, he was bringing out how they were burning the so-called black churches because they were sovereign from the state. And when they burned them down, they were able to get the pastors in them to sign over or to agree to the 501c3 so that they could be under the jurisdiction of the state.
Right. I don't know if you read this, the book of Micah, 3rd chapter.
Well, I was reading some of it on top, but you got it.
Oh, okay. Down to the 9th verse, it says, hear this, I pray you, ye heads of Jacob, which is supposed to be those guys, like Johanna and Nate too, you know, and princes of the house of Israel that abhor judgment. There's that word, abhor. Then there's another scripture where it says, ye that put away the evil day. That's what, especially Nate, man, they put away, both of them really. They're not talking about what's really coming to this place. The judgment that the Lord is going to bring upon the 2/3. They even telling you that you're supposed to love the 2/3. Show you how much they pervert the truth, man. You know, ye heads of the house of Jacob and princes of the house of Israel that abhor judgment and pervert all equity.
The equity. That's the judgments. That's the things that's pertaining to the scriptures. That's but right. If you're a leader, you're supposed to be given the right judgments out of the scriptures. But you're not.
Like the balance of the scriptures. Like we got something we call the nastiness of the scriptures. Right. They don't teach that, man. You know, all they teach is the pleasantry. Yeah. Well, what about judgment? The Lord said he's going to bring judgment upon the house of Israel. And then he said he's going to start with those that know that they're Israelites. Yeah. Pursuant to, what is that, 1 Peter 4 and 17? They're not even, man. Yeah. The 11th verse, it says, the heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire. I mean, that's plain. Yeah. Teach for hire mean money. You know, they want that luxurious living. We just read it earlier, how they riot in the daytime. We looked up the word riot. It means that luxurious living. They want to live good.
Well, that whole Passover is based upon a dating game. He's basically the black Chuck Woolery of Satan, you know? Because it's these guys could come women and get a man, you know. Hey, that's a solemn assembly, man.
It's a meat
Ain't no
market.
date a party, man. It's a solemn assembly, man. It says here in Jeremiah 7:6, right? It says, therefore pray not. This is the Most High talking to Jeremiah, man. He's saying, look, therefore pray not for this people. This people is Israel, because the Most High sent out Jeremiah. Jeremiah went to prophesy to them in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, or Yahweh at that time, and they really tried to kill him. They almost killed him, man. And it says, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. I will not hear you. So when the judgment comes, we're not going to pray for you niggas out there, man, because we're going by what the Most High said, pursuant to Jeremiah 7:16. And we keep saying this. Judgment is about to come, man.
That's right. You have more, Pastor Gabar?
Yeah. It says, the heads thereof judge for a reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets divine for money. The prophets thereof divine for money. And that's that divination, that smooth teaching, that smooth words. That's nothing but divination, which when you look up the word divination is witchcraft. You know, like Nate, the shit that he teaches, that's really witchcraft. All right?
You know what? We don't even really talk about Nate no more, because we done got the message out to him, and he's obviously not listening, and his people are not listening because they blindly follow him. But I was watching one video where you had these guys in one of the states teaching, right? They were wearing the purple, and the dude, you can see that the dude had a shaved head, man. And then he's telling people, you got to keep the law. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm looking at this guy with a bald-ass head telling other people to keep the law. That's hypocrisy.
Yeah. Reading on, it says, yet will they lean upon the Lord. Yeah, in their delivery, they'll, well, at least Yohana, he'll say Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. It says, yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, is not the Lord among us? None evil can come upon us. And that's their attitude. They're not teaching about the time of Jacob's trouble, the evil that's to come, the judgment, which is really the judgment of the Heavenly Father through his Son. The final verse, it says, therefore shall Zion for your sake be plowed as a field, and Jerusalem shall become heaps, and the mountain of the house as the high places of the forest. One word, judgment. Like when you plow a field, you're going right through it, you know? You're going... cutting it down. Yeah, you're cutting it down. So Jake, they're going to be cut down. They're going to be cut down. As a matter of fact, the Lord say he's going to use Esau to bring that. What is that? Isaiah, the 10th chapter. And Esau, man, I was listening to this guy, Tommy Sotomayor, yesterday. He had that live show. He was talking about the gun range. I guess he goes there with his friend or whatever, and he was talking about how they were the only so-called Negroes there. They were nothing but crackers, man, practicing.
But Jake don't realize what's getting ready to happen. You know, he's got in his brain, his feeble mind, what he gonna do 10 years from now. He might have a child that's 5 years old. He's thinking about what he gonna do with his child when he's 20. He got plans for him. You know, they're talking about a college fund. That's what them guys in that black conscious movement, they're talking about the future, man. Ain't no future for this goddamn place, man.
That's it.
So like I said, the main thing that's gonna hit you in the face is when they make it mandatory that you got to take that microchip.
Yeah, and another thing too, with all these, you Jake's been acting wild. You've been acting stupid. Esau's looking at that, and Esau's saying, man, we got to get rid of these niggas, man. That's why they're at the gun range. And even Tommy Sotomayor, even he said, it's coming. I feel it's coming. It's coming. There's going to be a cataclysm between so-called whites and so-called blacks.
Esau's getting ready.
They're getting ready.
They know something is about, the shit is about to hit the, that's what they call it. Shit hit the fan. What's the acronym? What is it? SHTF.
Yeah,
shit hit the fan.
Yep.
Jake ain't thinking about that. Jake is just doing whatever pops into his feeble mind. That's what the nigga does, man. Yeah. Esau knows that something's coming down the pike. All right?
Yeah, they're just thinking about big butt Shaniqua. That's about it, and money. Money, well, how's that? Money, clothes, and hoes. That's why you're going to, man, Esau right now as we speak, they're on that gun range, and there's very few Jakes there. Majority of them is Esau, just like Tommy was saying. And what are they practicing for? Why are they practicing so ardently with those guns? Because they're going to turn you niggas into a target, that's why. All right? And here's a scripture that kind of backs it up. The book of Isaiah 10, 5 and 6. It says, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger. Now King David said that the so-called white man, roughly paraphrasing, is the Most High's rod. King David said, deliver me from the wicked, which is thy sword. Oh, you oh, you know. So that's the so-called white man. He's a rod to you niggas, because you niggas are way out in line. You're way out of order. So the rod got to come down, man. And the modern day Assyrian is a so-called white man. So it says, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. What does indignation mean? Righteous anger. The Heavenly Father is angry at 2/3 of his people. Why? Because you're too damn wicked, man. Like the scriptures say, you have become more wicked than the wicked. Yeah. You've taught the wicked your ways. Talking about you niggas, you West Indians, you Puerto Ricans, you Mexicans, you 12 tribes right here in America. Reading the 6th verse, it says, I will send him against an hypocritical nation. And you're the hypocrites, because you're in the churches, the so-called churches, which is nothing but a whorehouse, and you're talking about you love the Lord. Meanwhile, you're eating pork, you're committing adultery. Catfish. Yeah, you're eating catfish. So you're that hypocritical nation, man. You're a bunch of hypocrites. And even in Israel, too. All right? Like Johanna is nothing but a fucking hypocrite. All right? Sakari, another hypocrite. Bunch of hypocrites. All right? I will send him against a hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge. So the Lord Yahweh, through his son Yahweh Shai, is going to raise up the so-called white man to come against you. And then it says, will I give him a charge? You look up that word charge, means a certain number of Jakes that the Lord got set up to die by the hands of the so-called white man, through his guns and his different, his military, New World Order armies, if you will. I will send him against a hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to tread the prey, and you're the prey, you tribes, and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. Now, what's going to do that? Them guns, man. When Esau come out with them guns and start mowing you niggas down, man. Them tanks rolling over you niggas. The tanks, they shoot bombs on your where you live, the projects and all that. You're always talking about the projects. Planes from the air dropping bombs on you. They did that in Black Wall Street. They sent out the military against Jake in Black Wall Street. So you think they won't do it again? That's all I got to say.
And here these niggas made Prince a goddamn god, man. It was certain they had a Spike Lee. He had a block party, and they were out there all night. And I think over there at Paisley Palace or whatever the place, Paisley, whatever, Paisley, whatever, Paisley Heaven. Well, they had all them people come and converge on this guy's house, and they were out there for like they camping out, man. They made this guy a god. Yeah. They set this guy up as a god, and nobody had mentioned that he's a homosexual, man. They ain't saying that. Right. And then through the spirit, we did a video. I put the video up and saying that Amadeus is Prince in the reincarnation. And you know what? Amadeus died pretty much the same way. Because it said when you look up how he died, it said he was sick, and his wife, and I think his wife and his mother-in-law tried to nurse him, and he was still trying to. There was a last concert a last play that he did, or musical or whatever you call it, and he was sick, but he was still right. He was doing the same thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because he got sick, and he told the people, he said, "I'm sorry, I'm sick." He said, "But hold your prayers. I'll be back in a couple of days." So he was but then he went home and had a concert in his house at Paisley Palace. Right. So he was still trying to push that music while he was sick. Right. And Amadeus was doing the same thing, but he had when you watch the movie Amadeus, what's the guy, Anthony Serlano, if I'm saying it right? He had him write down, it wasn't him, it was his assistant, man. I forget the guy's name. So even in his deathbed, he wanted that last musical or whatever hell you call it to go out. And he died. And when you read the way he died, man, he was sickly, man. You know? He had what do you call it? Parasites up in him, man. He was all messed up, man. You know?
Yeah, it's probably from that rich food.
Yeah, well, they said he was eating rich food.
Right.
You know, he was living a decadent lifestyle. He was probably drinking a lot. Well, they said he kept going broke, and then they said they buried him in a commoner's grave, because he wasn't considered aristocracy. You know, I guess he was kind of lower class, but he came up in prominence. But when he died, he was famous, but when he died in a common grave. You know, but that was a practice at that time. See, that's why you got to study, man. You be like, where you get all this? Nigga, I look it up. I go to Google, man. That's where I get the information. I get the information just like Polite get his information. You go to Google, man, and play and tell you that he got it from the heavens. You know, it's some alien from the 17th dynasty. You know.
Yeah, nigga will believe it.
But a nigga, the simple believeth every word. Anyway, it says here in Ezekiel 33:1, it says, again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of Israel, of thy people, and say unto them, and this is what we're doing, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchmen, so we are the watchmen, right? The war that's coming is judgment. So we're warning you of the war that's coming is the Most High. He's getting ready to destroy this place. So we're warning you to get yourself right, because the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, is coming back. And then people get mad at us, you know? Yeah. And they say we're the worst camp out there. Why are we the worst camp out there? Because we telling you the truth. It says, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his head. So we're mandated to do this. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. So we're blowing out the sound of the trumpet, man. His blood shall be upon him, that man. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people that's why I say when you do your videos, you got to be in front of the camera, man. And it's mandated right now. The standard is every man in GMS that's been in this thing for 2 years, you got to sit down and do a video. You can get with another cat. If you don't feel confident, you sit down with another cat, man, and y'all work out something. But our camp is about progress. We're not going to make music videos. We're not going to do the next famous rap song, all right? We're not going to open up buildings and hospitals and churches and law offices. We're not trying to establish a new black Wall Street. We believe that we're prophets of the Lord. And what do prophets do? Every man in GMS should be a prophet. So you're supposed to be doing what a prophet does. Prophesy, man. Now you're going to have guys in there that are helpers, but they can't talk about give guys orders or standing on the corner with a garment on. You know, go ahead. If you can make that money, you're a helper, go ahead and help people, man. But don't ask for no goddamn rank, man. Joseph of Arimathea didn't ask for no rank. All right, he did what he was supposed to do, pursuant to the scriptures, and that was a fulfillment of prophecy. Okay, but you guys are coming to this thing. You're supposed to be prophets, man. You're supposed to be speaking, man. Not with your goddamn hands in your pocket, waiting for something to happen. You're supposed to make things happen, man. And it's very simple, man. We're not trying to build hospitals and law offices and schools and colleges and universities. We're not trying to go to fucking Ghana because we done made some deal with some people in Ghana. We're here to prophesy mainly against the downfall of this goddamn place. Yeah. We're not supposed to have Passover and invite heathens to the Passover. Right. Reading on, it said, but if the watchmen see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So we're mandated to do this, man. And we don't care that you look at us and you know, talking shit about us. The most Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is getting ready to bring judgment, right? It says, so thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, thou shalt hear the word at my mouth, all right, and warn them from me. It says, say unto the wicked, oh, and the wicked, by the way, back at 1 West, they used to say it was talking about Esau, that if Esau get right, the Most High save him. It ain't talking about that, all right? Ariah went off, all right? It's talking about wicked Israelites. It says, when I say unto the wicked Israelite, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die if thou doest not speak to warn the wicked from his wicked way. This wicked man, wicked Israelite, shall die. Now watch how many niggas know that's talking about Esau. That's why we ignored most of you clowns, man. Shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Give me 1 Corinthians 3, gold, silver shall be tried by fire. What is it about, like the 15th verse? It says, because like, let's say we get all these fruit, and let's say at the last end, they all go back in the world. Well, we lost our fruit, but guess what? We are still going to be saved because we did what the Most High say do, all right? It says, therefore, O thou son of man, speak unto the house of Israel, thus ye speak, saying, if our transgressions and our sins be upon us, and we pine away in them, pining, how shall we then live? Say unto them, as I live, saith Yahweh the Most High, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked. Now now you can say, well, that's talking about Esau. So the Most High is saying he really don't want to kill. I don't have no pleasure killing Edomites. The Most High going to enjoy himself killing Edomites, man. So the wicked is talking about wicked Israelites, man. It says, let me read that again, 11. Ezekiel 33 and 11. Say unto them, as I live, saith Yahweh the Most High, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, meaning wicked Israelites, but that the wicked turn from his way and live. So you're telling me that the Most High want the white man to turn from his way so he can deliver him? See, that's why 1 West got broken up, man. It says, turn ye from your evil ways, for why will ye die, O house of Israel? So it's right there, it's telling you it's the house of Israel. So that wicked is talking about wicked Israelites. It says, therefore, thou son of man, say unto the children of thy people, the Israelites, and then you got guys saying that there's other nations that could be saved. That's not scriptural. Right. I'm talking about GOCC. Esau, certain Edomites are going to make it. Certain heathens are going to make it. That's not in the scriptures. So he's going to be destroyed. It says, therefore, but he had a big Passover. He had this big arena, boy, and he was boy, he was like the T.D. Jakes of Israel, boy. He was up there at the podium, and you can see that, this is my shit. You know, this is my, and they were all wearing white. Well, guess what? The Most High is going to destroy you, man. It says, and the Most High, by the way, is going to destroy you too, Lahab, because the Most High is not dealing with you. Oh, Troop, the Most High is not dealing with you. Therefore, thou son of man, say unto the children of thy people, the righteousness of the righteous shall not deliver him in the day of his transgression. As for the wickedness of the wicked, he shall not fall thereby in the day that he turneth from his wickedness. Neither shall the righteous be able to live for his righteousness in the day that he sinneth. So if you've been righteous for 20 years and you turn away from that, it could be a week before the judgment come. And guess what? Your ass is going to be judged because you became wicked at the last minute. Most High ain't playing. It says, 13, when I shall say to the righteous, that he shall surely live, if he trusts to do his own righteousness. That's what Yohana's doing. He's having a Passover on an off day. Tazariak and them guys see it, but they ain't confronting him because they're looking at him as a god. And then he's allowing heathens to come to the Passover. Get me Romans 10 and 2 and 3. It says, when I shall say to the righteous Israelite, that he shall surely live if he trusts to do his own righteousness and commit iniquity, because when you do your own righteousness, you are committing iniquity, because the Most High said, don't do it this way, do it that way. Do it exactly how I said do it. So if you're going to change it up, the Most High is going to deal with you, man. All his righteousness shall not be remembered. So the Most High could bring judgment on you tonight, Johanna, and your followers. This is serious business, man. You know? But for his iniquity, hey, like you're going to have this guy, Triple G, the guy from Kazakhstan, he fighting, and when they interview him about boxing, he said, this serious business. This is very dangerous. So he gets in top shape. And I was watching an undercard on YouTube of the Pacquiao or Bradley fight, and they had a lot of Russian guys, man. They had this one Jake. He was good. He was like 26-0, and I think the Russian guy was like 24-0. And basically, the Jake was in the fight, but you can clearly see that the Russian was beating him, man. And then they gave the Russian, and I was looking at it, man. I said, man, them Russians do not play, man. They have a completely different work ethic than you Jakes over here. Them guys that do 500 push-ups every other day, they'll run up mountains. They'll do all kind of, they put it, that's why they walk through you, Jake, man. They put in work for real, man. You Jakes might, be good for 5 rounds, but then you slow down, and them Russians keep coming on your ass, man. And they break you down. And that's why Triple G said what he said. He said, this is serious business. It is very dangerous. And hey, you got to watch this guy working out, man. He works out to make his body. That's them Russians, man. Them former Soviet bloc nations, them athletes, man, they're serious about this, man. And you niggas are lollygagging, man. You playing games. All right, go ahead and read that out.
This is Romans chapter 10, verse 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. For they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High.
So there's nowhere in the scriptures are you to take heathens in the Passover. Yeah, but they're Israelites. Yeah, but they're Israelites that are lost. They're Israelites that are asleep. They're Israelites that are praising other gods. And the scriptures tell you that the Most High is a jealous power, man. Yeah. So you're playing with fire. You're playing with fire, man.
Now, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 12. Now, if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work abide, which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. Because the wood, that hay, the stubble, the gold, the silver, the precious stones, that all symbolizes different men that's in the truth, you know, and every man that's in the truth is going to be tried, and that trying is going to be the fire. What's the fire? That those adversities that you go through. It says, if any man's work abide which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. Because this man's still going to have to go through the adversities. So even if all the men fell off, you know, the Lord's still going to give that man the reward. All right, I got another one in Isaiah 49:5. And now saith the Lord that formed me from the womb, to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my power shall be my strength. So no matter what, you know, the prophets are still going to receive their reward.
Jeremiah 6, verse 16 on down. It says, Thus saith Yahweh, stand ye in the ways. Stand ye in the ways. Let me click on that and see what that means. Okay, the Hebrew word is darak. This is what it means. Way, road, distance, journey, manner, road, way, path, journey, direction, manner, way of course of life, of moral character. Really what it means is being on the street. That's what it means. And Johanna, you haven't been on the street in years, man. Guess you got tired of burning shit up, huh? Okay, I'm going to read that again. The 16th verse, Jeremiah 6, verse 16. It says, Thus saith Yahweh, stand ye in the ways. Now, one of the words was road. When we speak out, there's a road there. There's a highway. That's what is that, 7th? And then you got I-95, which is 34th Street. That's I-95, which is nothing but an interstate that's going through the city. It says, Thus saith Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. What's the old paths? These scriptures. These scriptures are the old path. All right? It says, where is the good way? And walk therein. We got to start reading this more. And ye shall find rest for your souls. So you're looking for the truth, and you see the men of the Lord on the corner speaking, and you stop and listen, and then something catches you. And then you constantly out there, man. You're compelled to constantly come out there, and all of a sudden, you start getting into it. And then you become a teacher. That's how I came in. That's how everybody came in. Then a lot of you guys in this new age came in through the YouTube. But when you watch the YouTube, then you got with other guys, or you came to the camp, and then you joined the camp. And then you became men that teach this word. It says, let me read that again. Thus saith Yahweh, stand ye in the ways out there in the street, and see and ask for the old path. Where is the good way, and walk therein? So this is saying it to a man. It said, look, go out and see where the truth is. All right? It says, and ye shall find rest for your soul. Oh, now I know why we're catching hell. Because we're Israelites. Now I know why we went into captivity under Esau. Oh, we were the actual people back there in Egypt. It says, but they said, we will not walk therein. So the majority of our people are, man, the hell, I'm African. I'm African American. I'm Kemetic. I'm Islam. You know, I'm Moor. I'm this. You know. We had one guy in the truth that fell out because he had heathenistic friends, and he said, nah, man, I can't leave my heathenistic heathenistic friends. And the guy was diligent, man. And then he fell out, okay? So what's going to happen to him? He's going to be destroyed. It says 17, also I set watchmen over you. What is a watchman? The guys that are over you, man. You can't come into this thing, watch the watchman, and then say, I'm a watchman over you. Now, the Most High didn't set you up to be no watchman. I'm talking about Alizé and the monkey bunch. Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. So we've been out there on YouTube for how many years? 8 years? Was it 8? Not almost 9 years? Something. Well, let me see. 07, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 9 years.
Yep,
9 years. So the ones of you that have listened and come into this thing and remain in this thing, you're gonna be looked to be delivered. The ones of you that don't want to hear the word, that become a scoffer, or that come in here for a little while and fall off and scoff at us, look for destruction. All right? It says, also, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. Therefore hear ye, nations, and know, O congregation, talking about Israel, what is among them. It says, hear, O earth, because now this thing has gone global. Behold, I will bring evil upon this people. The people represent Israel. Even the fruit of their thoughts, because they have not hearkened unto my words, nor to my law, but rejected it. So this is cut and dry with the Most High. Talking about the black woman is God. If the black woman is God, please tell that bitch to deliver us, man. Huh? 20. To what purpose cometh there to me incense from Sheba? I'm talking about Africa and the Middle East. You know, you got the incense and all this. And the sweet came from a far country. Talking about Kemetics, which you're not even Kemetic people. Your burnt offerings are not acceptable, nor your sacrifices sweet unto me. Most High don't want no Hamitic sacrifices, man. 21. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will lay stumbling blocks before this people. What are the stumbling blocks? The Moors, Kemet, Islam, Baptist, Methodist. Help me out, y'all. Jehovah's Witness, Roman Catholic, Seventh-day Adventist, Hinduism, being a child of the universe, black unconsciousness, loving your heathenistic friends, inviting your heathenistic friends to the Passover, the American dream. So the Most High just like the Most High took a prince, as bad as Prince was, and you always quote that scripture, the Most High shows no favor unto the one that is skilled. Matter of fact, get that. Because he was bad. He was set up to, he was remembered, man. This guy was so remembered. Now when Vanity died, she was 57. This was a couple of months back, right? They said, Vanity died, and that was it. Then China died a couple of days ago. And there's a video up on her where she's drinking a smoothie, but she looked like she ready to die. And she died, and then they said a few words. But then when Prince died, man, that CNN, they forgot about their political shit. That's all they talk about is Prince. They had George Clinton on, man. Damn. They had all kind of people on talking about his music, man. And people are talking about, we got to have a holiday for this man. We got to name, this. We got to do that. We got to have a radio station just playing Prince songs. Well, hell, he got enough material where you can be. This dude then did a lot of work. But guess what? The Most High didn't care. The Most High required his soul, man. Right. He was in that elevator, and the Most High took him. Okay?
I got the scripture.
Go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiastes 9:11. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet...
Neither riches of men of understanding. So Nate is calling us bums. Well, we exactly where we're supposed to be.
Right.
Most I said I ain't give riches to men of understanding.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but
nor yet favor to men of skill. Prince was a man of skill. They were talking about his beginnings, man. How they signed him with, I forget what company they signed him with. I remember
Warner
when
Brothers?
Warner
Brothers?
Warner Brothers.
Okay.
And basically, they listened to his manager had a demo, right? And they said they listened to him. They liked the way he sound, but they were gonna have producers produce him. And he said, "No, I'm not doing it. I'm producing everything."
Right.
And they said he played all the instruments.
Right.
He played all. He had the drums. That was one track. He had the guitar. That was another track. He played. That's Amadeus, man.
Yeah, man of skill.
Yep. But he was a man of skill. But guess what? The Most High took him out.
Yeah.
He was about ready to really. He was on tour, I believe. But the Most High didn't care.
Right.
Most High said, "Look, I require your soul."
Yep.
And he couldn't do nothing about it.
No.
He couldn't do a damn thing about it, man. When the Most High wants you, he gonna take you, man. And there ain't a goddamn thing you can do about it, man.
That's it.
So he took my man.
Yeah.
But I remember when he first, this is before a lot of y'all time, they had a show, on Friday night they had a show called The Midnight Special with Wolfman Jack. Then on Saturday nights, they had a show that came on about 12 o'clock at night, meaning 12 in the morning, the next day going into Sunday. It was called Don Kirshner's Rock Concert. And one of the guests, they said, "We have a new talent here," and I forget what they said. Prince. They said Prince, and he performed. I think he had panties on, some shit like that. And he performed, right? And I remember I was working at a job, and I was working mostly with Jake and the Latin tribes and a couple of Edomites, but everybody on that job was talking about this guy Prince. You know? Everybody, I remember that. You see this guy, I forget this guy's name. This dude, he was on Don Kirshner's Rock Concert. Yo, that dude was getting down. And we didn't know how great this guy was going to become. And he became this great. Now, like I said, they want to make a damn national holiday out of this guy. They want to give him his own radio station and play Prince all day long. You know? Hey, but the Most High took him out. Most High got him. Most High didn't care. It says 21. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will lay stumbling blocks before this people, and the fathers and the sons together shall fall upon them. The neighbor and his friends shall perish. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, a people cometh from the north country, and a great nation shall be raised from the sides of the earth. They shall lay hold on bow and spear, and this is referring to the Babylonians. They shall lay hold on bow and spear. They are cruel and have no mercy. Their voice roareth like the sea, and they ride upon horses set in array as men for war against thee, O daughter of Zion. But now this is referring to what's going to happen to Esau, and the land of the north is talking about Russia. But this was talking about the Babylonians, because this was during Jeremiah's time. Because it was Jeremiah that told the children of Israel that you're going to be a captive for 70 years under this nation. And that's why they wanted to kill him. And what happened? The Babylonians took them down, man. And anyway, with that, we're going to say shalom and keep watching.